lawmakers are joining calls to address the wildfires raging in Canada, the source of this summer's air quality alerts. They're concerned about forest management and claim Canada is negligent in its wildfire mitigation efforts. But a forestry expert at the U says addressing those claims is a tall task. Danny Spiewak joins us with that conversation. Danny?
Julie, State Representative Elliot Engen is the latest Republican to raise concerns about the Canadian wildfires. He sent a letter this month asking for a review of the country's wildfire management as smoke continues to pour into our skies and our lungs. Across the Twin Cities on Monday, tennis players, swimmers, and walkers like Sandra Unger all had to deal with that smoke again.
Made our eyes burn, and if I look out the back of my house over the riverbed, it's just smoggy all the time.
The air quality deteriorated throughout the afternoon.
Well, yeah, the sky looks milky.
Lee Freilich leads the University of Minnesota's Center for Forest Ecology.
Yeah, this is the second worst summer we've had. 2023 was the worst.
With Canadian wildfire smoke drifting into the Midwest all summer, Minnesota Republican Representative Elliot Engen signed a letter this month to the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency and the International Joint Commission that oversees environmental issues on both sides of the border. Engen and GOP lawmakers from 3 other states said insufficient forest management and wildfire mitigation strategies may constitute negligence.
There's nothing Canada could do in terms of forest management. You could change the way the forest is managed, but it would take 20 or 30 years before it impacted the landscape as a whole.
Lee Freilich says a warming climate is driving the frequency and intensity of the Canadian wildfires.
Fire weather is much worse than it used to be. It's warmer, it's a longer season, there's a lot more evaporation, and it's one of the most flammable vegetation types on the planet.
Lawmakers have also raised concerns about Canada's emergency response to the fires. Inside Canada, the head of the Fire Chiefs Association has also called on the country to establish a national wildfire agency.
With the remoteness of that area, there's no way you can fight those fires.
Either way, Sandra Unger just wants the skies to clear.
Keep thinking that it's going to subside, and then it does a little bit, and then it comes back, and then yeah, we're hoping it goes away.
The Republican state lawmakers also asked the EPA to do more air quality testing in Minnesota and other Midwest states and to work with the Canadian government on wildfire prevention. The EPA told us today that the agency has received the letter and will review it. Back to you.
All right. Everybody feeling that frustration for sure. Thank you, Danny.
President Trump